Through these halls, where lovers get lost and lust consumes the wicked, a place where reality collides with fantasy, in the pages where romance is second to none. Welcome to the Lover's Library.
Hey lovers!
I'm Carly.
I'm Sydney.
And I'm Zoe.
Welcome back to the Lover's Library podcast. Today is yet another couch conversation. Okay, can we have a
none of us
transparent
can read a book
moment?
on time.
Yeah, okay. So transparent moment. And y'all are probably, y'all do this all the time. We actually have to read the books for the podcast. But this last book, we all were busy. We all had other things, and none of us, we were texting each other this week saying, have y'all even started the book? And we're like, no. And
I am
even opened the
59%
book?
complete. So
I am
ahead.
none complete or started.
But yes.
So, in lieu of that, reading and doing a review on a book, we're just going to talk it up.
Do another bonus episode.
Talk that talk. All right, so I
You
did...
sounded like Nicki Minaj.
That.
and that sounded like a goat. So I just found a bunch of questions on Pinterest. And Carly thinks that some of them are really deep, but
I just don't know the answers.
and that's okay. You don't have to have an answer for every life question or
Yeah. True story.
because we're all here doing life. So the first question is, what is the craziest? Should I start there?
I don't care.
All right, let's do it. What is the craziest, most outrageous thing you want to achieve?
Stable mental health.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
answer,
you.
good answer. It's like Family Feud. Good answer, good answer, good answer.
I've always wanted to run a marathon.
Ooh.
Mind you, I am not a runner.
Like I said before, I only run for my life.
I think it'd be
If
fun
that.
to be able to say that I did that. So
You should do it. I low-key want to do one too. So if one
I
day you're
don't.
like, let's train.
maybe we should train together. And so we can chase us.
I'll have the
with
water
a machete,
for you.
so we think we're being threatened.
You should. We will run for our lives. And that's the only thing that motivates me to run. I think for me, one of my wildest, craziest, outrageous is to travel more than I already have. I've been to several places in Europe and around the world, and I've had success in being out of the country since 2015 to last year, excluding 2020 because that year is void of any accomplishments. But
Shit year.
yeah, it was. So
I got married that year.
it was a good year for you. Bad year for my travel stuff. But I would like to keep that up because I feel like that's crazy in and of itself, because you never know what you'll be doing or who you'll have with you, or if you'll have kids that year. Like maybe you just can't travel out of the country.
It's a lot more expensive when you have kids. So
Yeah. So I feel like that's a crazy, outrageous dream a little bit, because I don't know what's going to happen every single year and if I can achieve it, but it's something that I want to work towards every year. So
I want to do that too. But I feel like the odds of me running a marathon are more extreme and crazy than the odds of me actually traveling to Europe
on a plane.
Yeah.
You know what, my actual dream is that probably won't come true, but I like to think about it. And I think I've already told you guys, I want to open my own bookstore that is also a cat rescue.
Yes.
I love it.
Someone is doing that here in Wichita.
But they're doing a cat cafe.
Oh, a cat cafe.
And I want it to be a bookstore.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
I'll make coffee. I used to be a barista.
We could have
It's a fun time.
like the one book, The Inn on Harmony Island, where she has the cafe in the bookstore,
Mm-hmm.
and then we could just add cat to it.
You know, I feel like this is every book lover's
I thought you were gonna say
dream.
something about cats. I thought you were gonna be like,
Oh.
you know what?
I mean, I let y'all handle every single thing about the animal side of things because I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before. I probably have. I'm not an animal person at all.
I
They
did not
are
know
the
how.
ick to me. And these two are animal lovers to the extreme.
Because yet you have a precious baby sleeping at your feet.
You know what is so weird? If somebody came up to me and they said, "Hey, I want to be your friend. My favorite color is blue and I don't like animals," I would say, "No, thank you. I don't want to be your friend."
I'm glad you got to know me before
Yeah,
I
for
gave
real.
you that secret. I mean, I'm still a fun, cool person. I just don't.
You're okay, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if I got a dog one day, I feel like that would be cool, but I don't want any other animal. I've had other animals in my life and they just didn't work out, you know? Bad relays. So, yeah. That's
Okay, fine.
yeah, we'll just move on from that. All right. What is the strangest dream you've ever had? Or if you've ever had a dream that you can remember, can you tell us said dream? I have a couple.
Go ahead.
Yeah, tell us.
I think in the past couple of years, I've been able to hold on to dreams a little longer so that I can kind of, like when I'm getting ready for work, like I can just kind of continue the dreams with my own thoughts and like build on it so that I can remember it a little longer.
Oh.
One time I was on a cruise, by myself, and
Sounds like a bad idea.
Sounds like something she would do.
This was in real life. I was on a cruise by myself.
What? You
Yeah,
really
this is
went on
something
a
she does. She
cruise?
goes to a different country by herself.
What?
I'm
And
a solo
doesn't get
traveler.
murdered.
It was wonderful. Oh, it was great. Anyways,
That sounds
I
terrifying.
like had to
Tonight
sit
will
up because
be
that's
the
just
night.
my hair.
Her hair's all crazy.
It does that. My hair goes back to its emo face.
No, I love traveling by myself. I think that trip really showed me who I was. Like I found out that I really like me as a person. So I think that was a part of the reason why it was an important trip for me. Because my brother and his ex-girlfriend were supposed to go on that trip with me, but they pulled out, you know, at the last minute. And so I was just like, I still want to go on vacation. So
Yeah.
it was nice.
That is so weird to me. I would never. If they were like, "No, I'm not going to go," I would say, "Okay, I guess we'll try again later."
No, I needed a vacation. So I was
Oh
going
my
to do it by myself. It was the Bahamas, I think.
Oh yeah.
Went on a private like island and didn't take any cash and I had like a free like drink and they said there was a Starbucks there, but it was like just like a little bar that had like Starbucks coffee and one of the
Like
brewer
K-Cups or
things.
whatever.
Yeah, and I was like, this is lame. And I didn't bring any water and I was just like dying on this beach. And I was just like, I want to go back to the ship. And then finally like the people came back and it was, but I didn't get stranded. That was fun.
Anyway, sorry, I totally got you distracted. What was your dream?
So, on this dream, my dreams, I will say, on this trip were very vivid. I had a dream like every single night, and I wrote them down. So, this first dream that I had was, I was on a cruise, but it was with people that I actually knew, and there was one guy that I liked.
Sorry, what the fuck are you doing, Zoe?
She looks at the phenomena.
She has a blanket over her
Light
head or a
hurts
little
my
pillow.
eyes.
That's
Okay,
hilarious.
Sorry.
So I was on a cruise and there was a part of the cruise that was like a movie premiere. And the guy that I liked, we had kind of been going back and forth having a conversation. And it was the movie premiere evening and everybody was dressed really nice. I had this like really pretty like pale pink floral flowy dress. And where you go into the opening of the premiere, it was almost like Versailles. There was like a bunch of mirrors on each one sides of the wall. And I just remember a moment where I was twirling around in this beautiful dress, and I could just see myself in the reflection, like 360. And I was just like, this is so freaking beautiful. And it was like cut to him seeing that, his POV of seeing that, and how I just felt like so pretty and beautiful. And like he got to see that, and then cut to me and the male star of the movie, like, approached me, and I went into the premiere with him and not the guy. And he was jelly jealous. And so he was trying to fight for my attention, like, for the rest of the time, but I was ignoring him because I was having a good time being me, being cute, whatever. And I feel like that's kind of where it fades out. But it was, I like even sketched out what I thought I saw in the dream in my little dream journal that I brought.
Weird. I wonder if it's ever going to come true.
Hey, if it does, it does. Do y'all have a dream that you ever remembered?
Yeah. Like that. No.
Well, not to bring it down.
I was going to say.
I have recurring nightmares.
I don't really have nightmares.
Girl, I only have nightmares.
I freaking love you so much.
Okay, wait. Actually, this is going to make me sound a little crazy.
Do it.
I have these dreams, and I feel like it's like a past life or something, because I swear it's like, I know it's me, but I don't look like me.
Okay.
And I'm in a different town that I've never been to in real life, but I know
you look
it.
Like right
and
now,
everything.
how you look.
I feel like I look super crazy, but I have like a super migraine right now. But
She does the head
I
thing.
need to get my head ice pack for you.
Sorry, go ahead.
but it's weird. Like, I know it's me in the dream, and I know all the people, and it's just like I'm living my daily life.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I can ever remember about what I look like is I have a like squid tattooed on my leg, like a big one wrapped around my calf.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to get that done?
I don't know, but I feel like
You might need to get that
like,
done.
sometimes I see deja vu in real life,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh, that is like my dream. It's really weird.
I've had dreams that use the same setting of another dream, and it just does a different plot.
Weird.
Yeah. It's really weird, because I'll be like deja vu inside of the dream I'm having.
Do you dream in black and white?
No. It's colorful.
Do you?
Sometimes it's like black and white, but only certain things are colored.
What?
And then sometimes everything is in color, and sometimes everything's black and white.
What's your POV in your dreams?
Sometimes it's first person, and sometimes it's third, but it's not like I'm watching myself. It's like I'm someone else watching me. It's weird.
Yeah.
I say I'm usually me, but hovering a little bit outside of me.
Really?
So I'm like watching me.
Yeah.
Me watching me. Or sometimes Adam will be Adam. Like, that's Adam, but he doesn't look like Adam. Or it'll like change, but
He just
I'm
has
like
Adam vibe.
yeah. I'm like, I know that's Adam.
You
but
know, they say you can't like make up someone's face. Everyone in your dreams you've seen in real life.
I heard that.
that's weird.
I know. Because then I see it in my dream and I'm like, do I know them?
Right.
It's weird.
And I think it's weird when I can recognize somebody, because I had another dream. I've told you guys the dream. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, but there was a dream back in March where I was a PA for this couple that I really like. They're like social media influencers, and they were doing like an award week in LA, and I was their PA, of course. So I was there throughout the week, helping them, making sure their wardrobe was right, making sure they were getting to the events right, and all this jazz. So then I finally get back home at the end of the week. I have on my counter like all of this mail that's like stacked up for like a week's worth of mail. So I'm just going through it, bills, a letter maybe here and there. I get to the bottom of the stack, and it's a note. It's like a paper folded taco style, and it has my name
you
in
told
the
me this
middle,
one. I like this.
and in the top corner. Now, this has never happened to me ever before. Ever. I've never had like a specific date, like in time.
That's like lucid dreaming.
Right. So it said September 2023. It wasn't last year. It wasn't next year. It was this year. And in the inside of the letter, it was like a marriage proposal, basically, like a love letter. And it had the person's name at the bottom. And I had seen this person in the dream, like throughout this week that I was, at the
Are
awards.
they a real person?
A real person I know.
You know who
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
And so I like call him. I'm like, I think we need to talk. I feel like we need to. And he, in the calmest voice, was like, yeah, I think we do. And I was like, okay, so, I'm freaking out. I'm being myself. And I was like, okay, so we need to meet up. Like, what do we need to do? Da, 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 da. And he told we can meet up here. And then we finally meet up, and that's where the dream ends. So I don't know what happened.
You only have a few more days to live this out.
I know.
September
But I will
2023.
say September in my life in the past several years has been a transformative year or month. Like something in my life changes dramatically to where something big shifts. And I have a few things that are big shifts that have already happened. And I don't know if it's love necessarily is the thing, but I feel like in a way, you guys know, but the thing that I got approved for, I think is a level of love that is going to be, it's a huge part of my life, will be. And so I think that could have been a part of that, but I don't know.
September sucks for me every year, except for the 17th. Great day.
So that's another one of my dreams. Yeah.
You know it's not a dream, but happens. This is why people legit think that I'm crazy, but I might be, but whatever. I see
Dead people.
That was really good.
We told you.
We're in
becoming
sync.
one.
It's the couch. It's the couch. And we have a blanket on. We're really in sync
We're
right
sharing
now.
a blanket.
Wow. Okay. I'm giving up. I'm quitting. This is
We
my
love
last.
you.
This is my last podcast, guys.
Tell
Thank
us
you
about
for your
dead
time.
people.
Yeah.
I don't
do you
see dead
see?
people, you weirdo. I see a fluffy white cat, and he has two different colored eyes. One is green and one's blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it started where I would just see him out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, there's a cat in my house? Who is this? And then it got to where, one time I even felt something brush against my leg. And I was like, what the heck? And I looked over and I saw this cat, but it's not real.
In real life,
Yeah, in real life.
you have like a little spirit animal.
Yeah, that's what my mom said. She said it's my familiar. But I never had a white cat as a pet or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The closest cat I ever had to me, her name was Bunny. And I loved her. But I never saw this white cat until after she died.
Mm.
So I was like, maybe it's her. I don't know.
That's interesting.
I really see it a lot when I'm going through a big change in my life or
Yeah.
I'm really stressed. So it's kind of weird.
Maybe she's coming to tell you it's okay.
Or maybe I'm just making it up in my head because I'm losing it.
It's the dead people. Okay. So another question I found was, where is the most awe-inspiring place you have ever been? If you have a place. I can tell you a moment. I was at this pretty popular big lake in Dallas. It's called White Rock Lake. And I took a picture of my dad actually, for a headshot for him. And they have this little dock that you can kind of walk out on. And I was about to take some pictures for a friend for her family shoot, and I just had 20 minutes before they got there because I was gonna go scope out the area and see kind of where I wanted to take pictures of them. And I just had a moment to just sit, and it was really quiet. There was nobody around. It was just me. And I sat at the edge of this dock, and the waters were really calm. It was gray outside, so it was just the right vibe, of reflection. And I was just I did some breathing techniques, and I was just I feel really centered, really calm, really ready for this next hour of doing. And it was like one of my best shoots that I've ever had before.
Aww.
But it was just like, I think about that moment a lot, because then after I had coffee with a wonderful friend that I've had for like 20 years almost. Maybe not 20 years, because I'm 27.
I was like, whoa.
Maybe like 15 years. But I had coffee with her and it was like amazing. But it was just a moment I think about a lot, of just like, I can have that moment of peace. I just have to find it whenever, I'm feeling chaotic. And I think it comes up every time I feel like stressed or something, like that'll pop in my mind.
That's like your happy place.
Yeah. And I
That's
think
awesome.
it really truly is. And it's nice to have like a picture of even my dad in the picture of that dock.
Aww.
Yeah.
I
So
love
if they ever
that.
break that dock, I'm gonna go to
Cry.
Dallas and cry in that
Protest.
place.
A few choice
Bring the
words.
dock back.
I guess I kind of had a few years ago we went to Destin, and the house that we rented with our family was right on the beach. And like every morning we would sit out on the deck and have coffee and watch the water, and like every morning there were dolphins.
Oh, that's
That was
so
really
cool.
peaceful, and I really liked that. That was fun.
Mm.
We'd just sit there and drink coffee, and the sun would be coming up and the
Aw.
dolphins would be swimming. But I've not been like a lot of places, so that's all I can think of right now.
We should probably go on vacation together.
We should.
We should.
Girls
definitely.
trip?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to go. Your place. I
Oh,
had an
my-
idea.
my
I'll tell you
place?
about it after this.
Okay. So I'm gonna give a little quick backstory.
Love a backstory.
Every time any of my siblings or I have a mental breakdown, we go stay with my grandparents in
As you should.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And they have like 100 and something acres, and we know it like the back of our hand, because, well, I mean, for me, I lived there for a while, but there's like this certain spot that's kind of hard to get to, and
You're good.
but when you find it, there's like this small little waterfall, and everything's just quiet, and like, I don't know, it just brings me so much peace just to be out there and be with my grandparents and the memories that we shared there, because that was a time in my life that I was going through like a lot. I was one of those grungy teenagers, and I actually had some shit going on, and I don't know, so I feel like all of my siblings and I, that's like our happy place, I think.
That sounds cool.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
You guys can come.
We
It's
can do
not.
that.
It's really, there's a lot of like cow poop everywhere.
It just adds to the vibe.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, when you mentioned like us like taking a vacation, okay, one of my friends, and I think I sent this to you guys, but
Oh, I didn't ever look at that. Sorry.
well, I'm gonna explain now.
Yeah.
So she sent it to me. She's actually in our book club. Her name is Caitlin. So shout out to Caitlin. You're amazing.
Hey.
So this is called a reading retreat weekend. So these are the things. Scheduling and logistics. Plan for at least 2 nights, Friday to Sunday, worked perfectly. Pick your weekend months in advance so everyone has time. Book an Airbnb within 3 hours, near a grocery store, has 2 bedroom, has a full kitchen.
Within 3 hours of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plan to cook 2 dinners, 1 lunch, 1 breakfast, other lunches and breakfasts you can grab on the road. Assign everybody a meal. So like you'll take breakfast, I'll take lunch, you'll take dinner on Friday, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Make the last night special with a grand finale dinner and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and then you can have all the recipes like noted that you made, and then like pass them out to everybody.
Aw, that's cute.
I mean, that's not on there, but I thought that was a cute idea. Cheese boards are a must, so a charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Oh,
Yeah.
charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Snacks like goldfish and chips are perfect for munching while you're reading, because what you'll be doing during this reading retreat. The freaking is reading. So the whole thing is everybody's just going to go read from their TBR list. Like if you have physical copies, if you have a Kindle, you're just going and you have space and time to just read.
Oh
That
my
sounds
God.
fun.
That would be so nice.
Right?
What about naps? Are naps allowed?
Yes. So
Oh,
you can
good.
nap. You have to have 5+ books at least because you'll have 2 days to read. So if you
Easy.
can, you have to have cozy reading clothes.
My cat suit.
Mm-hmm.
Your cat suit is welcome. And bring 5 books from a variety of genres. The last thing you want is to have this weekend be a slump. So you want to have variety. And then kick off the weekend at a local bookstore. So right before you leave, you all go to a bookstore and maybe grab 1 or 2 books that you don't have a physical copy, or you don't have a book, and you can bring your last 2 options.
Let's do it.
I am free the first weekend of November. Let's
I
go.
am
That
free.
would be perfect, honestly.
Never.
That is a fall vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just an idea. And that is from @Maria is Reading on TikTok.
Thank you, Caitlin, for sending that.
Yes. Thanks, Caitlin. Love you.
Yes.
Bye. So, okay, that was just an idea I had. But I
That
thought it was
sounds
good.
super fun.
And I feel like as our book club grows and we get to know everybody, then we can just expand this weekend into something more.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
So another thing is, what book has influenced you the most? Do you have a book that has influenced you the most? I feel like Pride and Prejudice kind of was one of those books for me.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the first like big girl books I really read. I felt like because it's a classic, because it was like a really big chapter book to me then, because I read this in like maybe middle school. And it was like one of the first like romance books that I'd ever read, like a book that had a focus on like a love kind of thing. And it kind of just started me out on what this podcast is about, like books about love and romance and friendships and all that kind of thing. And so if I hadn't read that book, I don't know if I would have been a person that really enjoyed romance books as much as I do. I mean, I probably would have been, but it helped that.
I love that.
I don't
Thanks.
know if I can pick just one book. I've absolutely no idea. Let me look at my bookshelf.
Penny Reed. We have to mention her at least once
I mean, yeah,
of
all
an
of her books
episode.
are amazing.
I guess I recently read this book called The Witch Doesn't Burn in This One. And it's one of those shorter poem books.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Lovelace is the author's last name.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me on that. It made me feel some things.
Mm.
And it made me feel better about myself in a weird way.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just read it.
Ooh, I just thought of 2 books. One was Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers.
Oh my gosh, break your heart. Did you watch the movie?
Yes, after I read the book.
Did you like the rendition of?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I cried.
I haven't watched it, but that book,
It was so
not
good.
only is it hefty, but it
Yeah.
is full, honey. It's a good book.
There was another one,
Oh, you're right.
Oh, Amanda Lovelace. Good guess, Zoe.
Jodi Picoult.
Uh-huh.
What's the book that I read?
Jodi Picoult. I know her. I know of that author.
Mm-hmm. She wrote a book. Oh, it's gonna make me mad.
Hey, Adam, can you look up Jodi Picoult?
Here we go. Her book list. I read. Gosh. This is gonna make me mad. I can't find it. Basically, it was about a nurse. She was a
Mhm.
labor and delivery nurse. She's
Love.
African American,
Wow.
and the she helped care for a baby of a white couple,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like white supremacist people,
Mm.
and something happened to the baby,
Mm-hmm.
and she was the only one able to go help,
Mm-hmm.
and she like ended up going to help because she's like, I can't just not help this
Right.
baby, because they fired her. They were like, you can't touch our baby, like we don't want you near our baby.
Mm.
And And so she ended up helping, and it was like the whole story about, it kind of went back and forth from like their side and then to her side. And then it just kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things because we grew up in a small town,
Right.
you know, and so I haven't been like exposed to as much as other people, or I'm kind of, I don't know what the word is, like naive as to what other people go through.
Mm-hmm.
And that book really like, I was like, oh my gosh, like it was a really good book.
That sounds like a really good book.
And now I'm really mad that I can't think of it because I'm looking at that list and I'm like, which one is it? Doesn't look like any of these.
Huh. Wish You Were Here? No. I'm going to go jump into our next question.
I'm going to find it. You keep going.
Okay. Who is your favorite book character, if you had one? Or if you have one?
Mr. Darcy.
I was going to say the same thing.
Guys. You guys are as bad about Pride and Prejudice as I am about New Girl.
Yeah. Yeah. If I did, who's your favorite character in a show? You'd probably say
Schmidt.
Nick Miller.
I'm going to say Gus from Psych.
Oh my God, I love Psych.
I love Gus and Psych. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was Small Great Things.
Oh. Boom.
Small Great Things. It says,
Published in 2016.
Ruth Jefferson is a labor and delivery nurse at a Connecticut hospital with more than 20 years experience. During her shift, Ruth begins a routine checkup on a newborn, only to be told a few minutes later that she's been reassigned to another patient. The parents are white supremacists and don't want Ruth, who is African American, to touch their child. The hospital complies with their request, but the next day the baby goes into cardiac distress while Ruth is alone in the nursery. Does she obey orders or does she intervene? She hesitates before performing CPR and as a result is charged with a serious crime. Yeah.
That's so annoying.
It's insane.
Well, I mean, but wouldn't she lose her nursing license if she didn't go in to help?
I think it was more of
outside of the humanity of it all, but
yeah, I mean, well, I don't know, because they told her like you're not allowed to touch our kid.
That's wild.
It's crazy. She tries to keep life normal as possible, and she has a teenage son that she's worried about, and this has become a big media thing, and it was just crazy.
I thought of another book that made me feel things.
Okay. Feeler.
It's called Internment, I believe.
I think you've talked about this maybe.
Have I?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Because of you.
From the point of view of I think she's 16 or 17, and her family's put in an internment camp, and there are some people rebelling, and it is kind of like how you were talking. It like brought attention to things that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
And I really liked that one. It was really good. At first it's kind of weird because now as an adult it's hard to identify with the way that a 15-year-old thinks and talks.
Right.
But that one was really good.
Yeah.
It hurt. It was sad.
Oof. Those are rough.
Sorry.
We've got lots of good pictures there. Zoe and her.
She looks like the dog from the Muppets.
Oh, I like this one's so cute.
Sorry, it's not laughing at the book that you were talking about. Adam just sent us pictures of Zoe in her headdress.
Y'all stop taking pictures of me.
At the really weird moment to send those. All right. Here's something more Lover's Library-esque. If you could take yourself on a date, where would you go?
If I could take myself on a date.
Where
Like,
would you go?
in our city
could we pretend
or
that we
anywhere
don't
in the
live
world?
here?
Sure.
Okay.
Where would you go?
If I didn't live here, I would go to the beach.
Let's go to the
Like,
beach.
I would like to-
Let's go get away.
Twilight. I know you guys don't like Twilight, but
I
Girls,
like Twilight. I just think it's
when
dorky.
Jacob takes Bella
Hated
to
that.
the beach with him and his friends, And they go.
I just think about the worm.
Stop.
I don't know anything about Twilight, so I have
sorry.
no
So-
Go ahead.
They go to the beach and
A
they hang
worm.
out and like do surfing and play at the beach all day, and then they have a bonfire on the beach at night. And just hanging out with all their friends.
Now that's a vibe.
It looked really fun.
That would be a wonderful way to end our book retreat.
Yeah.
A fire pit. What is it called?
Yeah.
A
A bonfire. A bonfire.
Bonfire. A bona fide bonfire.
Look, the later it gets, the more country this girl becomes. A bonfire. Yeah, that'd be so sweet.
That would be fun.
We
I
burn
do
our
like a good-
books. No, I'm kidding.
Only the bad ones.
Mm.
Loving the time of serial.
No, that's so sad.
And that last one, I didn't. Okay, let me not.
You know what?
Shut your mouth.
Speaking
Sydney.
of bad books, I said that I didn't like The Never King, and I went and bought the second one.
You said you didn't like it?
Yeah.
I'm still towing with getting the next one.
I've heard they're really good.
Because I'm interested in seeing about the other characters. I really am.
Yeah.
More than Peter Pan. I
Me
am.
too. What's his name? Vane?
Bane, yeah.
I always like the bad guys.
The dark one.
I want to, yeah.
Toxic.
Love a good toxic. Okay, what old person thing do you do?
Everything.
I rub my knees randomly. Boy, I just be, and I don't know if this is an old person thing, but I just be like rubbing my feet with my feet.
I'll tell you, I'm
All
like,
the time. And I be getting in those toes, boy. Boy,
that is so weird.
Oh my god.
I be massaging my feet. I don't know if that's an old person thing, but I do.
I just picture you.
Stop.
Oh my
It's
god.
late. I haven't had
I
a.
was just going to say I take naps. It hurts. Oh my gosh.
You better keep all that laughing in too, all the wheezing.
That was a good one. Oh my gosh.
What else do y'all do?
Woo.
I take naps like $1.
Yeah.
Me too.
Zoe, what old person thing do you do?
Yeah, I talk about how much I don't like when kids run into my yard. I stare out my window to see what everyone's doing. I like to go to bed as soon as possible.
Girl, amen. The
Um,
old people got that right, okay?
I'll tell you that my
They may not get
shoulder
their views
hurts,
right,
so
but they
it's
got
probably
that
gonna
one.
rain soon.
It's gonna race. Your joints are aching.
I have
Boy,
to
I'll look.
squint at everything to read it.
Or do this randomly when I don't need to do, like, put your phone out all the way. My parents do that because they have bifocals now, and I like.
Oh, I
play
have to
with
get
them all the time.
bifocals, and I'm so sad.
Oh, that's the old person thing.
I am an old person. I crochet. That's trendy now? Though.
That's
Yeah.
trendy, yeah.
I
It's a
wanna learn
girly
how
right
to
now.
do that.
She's a girly,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so
I was doing it before it was cool.
Yeah, I was doing it back in middle school. We had a whole
For real,
crochet
right?
club. It was fun.
That's the nerdiest thing I've ever heard.
It is. It is. We were trying to bring that to the inner city. It was fun. Okay, so what single thing makes you most nostalgic? PBS. Kids. Watching PBS on a Saturday morning before like 10 o'clock
What
with
were
a bowl
your
of cereal.
favorite shows?
Ooh, Dragon Tales,
Dragon
Dragon
Tales.
Tales.
I haven't
That
fed
song
enough to
of
Dragon Tales.
Come on, take my hand.
I remember
Let's
that
all
one,
go
but
to
only because
Dragon
kids I
Land.
babysat watched that all the time.
So good.
Mr. Rogers, Arthur. What else they got?
I also really liked
I was
Arthur.
gonna go a completely different way with that question. I was gonna say smells.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I will smell a car, or like I'll smell a car, and it will instantly make me think of Adam's old Eagle Talon
What is
When-
that?
burning oil. It had this like distinct smell.
Mm.
And so sometimes I'll like smell it and it'll just instantly like make me think of back in high school, like driving around in his old car.
There's a place here because I didn't grow up in Wichita. My a lot of my family lives here, and I lived in Dallas for 20 years before I moved back. And there's a place called Po' Boy's Pizza, and it is a place that I grew up eating when I did live here. I lived here until I was about 3.5, almost 4. And we would always go there. And then whenever we would come back to see my family here in Wichita, we would always end the trip by going there. So I just, the smell of it. And then sometimes when I walk into my apartment building.
Whoa.
What was that?
That was our producer.
Oh my
making
gosh.
a mistake, sir.
That scared me. Oh, was that your nose? Oh, okay.
No, but he's been sniffling the whole time. I'm about to yell at him like I do my husband.
Anyways, what was I saying?
Well, the place that you would go to.
No, my apartment. Like sometimes when I
yeah.
walk into my apartment building, it'll smell like my grandma's old apartment building that she used to live in. I'll just be like, Grandma. I mean, she's alive, but
the smell of mold
smells
reminds
like
me of my grandma's old house. Like, I
Not
love
mold.
that smell, and now when I've gotten older, my mom's like, "That's mold." Like, oh shit, it smells like grandma's.
You know, I was just thinking,
What?
this ties
What?
back into the dream thing, but also the smells. I have dreams in my house that burned down. And
Whoa.
it's like everything is back to normal. And in the dream, I can smell what the house smelled like. Like, not when it's burning down, just like regularly. Isn't that so weird?
That is wild.
Yeah, but so if anything makes me nostalgic, it smells.
Yeah, I think smells too.
Mm.
I think that's the biggest thing that triggers like a nostalgic feeling. For me.
Mm. All right. I have one, maybe two more questions. Okay. What's your dream job? Do you have one?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would freaking love to do this for a living.
For real.
Read
Podcasting.
books,
Mm-hmm.
be a stay-at-home mom.
It'd be cool to be an author too. But that's not my dream.
I tried writing a book when I was in high school, but it didn't work out. No.
I thought about it. We
I couldn't
talked
get
about
past
it.
chapter 2. I didn't have a goal.
Yeah, I don't think you could. I don't know. We'll see.
It was a good story, though. I had my mom read it. She was like, that's pretty good. I was like, I don't know. I have an imagination, but it stopped there.
You should start again. See where it goes.
It was a college drama, college romance.
Oh,
Ooh.
love that.
Mm. In the fall. It was autumn. So,
Breezy.
Nice.
my favorite.
Sweatshirt weather.
Oh, yeah, for sure. My dream, okay. My biggest inspiration for a person is Mr. Rogers. I just love him so freaking much. And I would love to emulate what he did because I feel like he made children feel safe even through the screen. He used his influence like with media and, you know, with his education and that kind of thing to help support children in their emotional needs and like giving them language for that and also making them feel safe around adults that were different than them and that kind of thing. And so I feel like I would love to create my own center, like a childcare center, because I have a degree in early childhood education and it's what I'm passionate about of what I've done for the past 8 years. And just to create my own center and then have a counseling center inside of it, because my goal for a career is to not only create healthy children in the classroom, but create healthy families. And I can only create healthy children if they have healthy families. So like putting a counseling aspect into my center so that I'm helping support that dream so that I can help support this dream.
I love you.
Yeah.
I support you. And there needs to be more people in education like you.
Well, thank you, my
She
God.
said it.
She said it. She mean it.
Yep.
Save for the people in the back.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't hear me? Get better.
Do you have a dream job? I mean, and podcasting. Like, if I could do that part-time and then come and do this part-time.
Yeah, I just want to read.
Yeah, so
Read, eat, sleep, repeat.
my dream
needs
job
to be a
since I
shirt.
was a kid. Oh, I want that shirt too.
Yeah.
My dream job since I was a kid, I wanted to go to the Art Institute in Chicago, and I wanted to be a fashion designer. I used to sew my own clothes. I used to
Really?
draw. I actually sent my shoe design into a company and paid like $300 for them to make a pair of the shoes I designed. They were super
What?
cool.
That's
and
cool.
Do you have a picture of this?
no, it was like 10 years ago, dude. But I looked up statistics, and it said that 13% of people who get degrees in fashion end up doing something in fashion, and the rest of them work as retail managers and such.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be the next like fucking Vera Wang or something,
Yeah.
Christian Morano, and the internet broke my dreams.
Yeah.
So
As it does.
here I am.
With a mop on your
Podcast,
head.
right?
It kind of looks like it.
You genuinely look like the dog from the Muppets. Right?
She's gonna be a picture of her is gonna be the cover for this episode.
Yeah.
So, the artwork for this episode.
Please.
I'm just been in the light too much. At my house, I turn all the lights off.
Fair.
We can turn some lights down.
We can. You have dimmers.
Baby, lock
Yeah.
them doors and
All right. My next question. I just have two more, and they're just like, I don't know. You'll see. If you built a themed hotel, what would the theme be, and what would the rooms look like? And you don't have to go.
Mine's already been done.
Okay.
The Taco Bell Hotel.
There is not a Taco Bell hotel.
Isn't there? Yeah, there is.
Say
Yes,
that
there
five
is.
Look
times
it up.
fast.
That's why we have a screen.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Because tonight will be
Taco
the
Bell
night
Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Taco
that I
Bell
will
Hotel.
fall for you over again.
It's a thing.
No, it is in Palm Springs.
It is. I told you.
You're freaking kidding me.
It's real. I want to go there. Taco Bell.
Vacancy.
Look, that is Diarrhea Hotel. Diarrhea Pocket right there. Have you ever heard that joke? Diarrhea Pocket.
No.
No.
Jim Gaffigan. He talks about Hot Pockets and he calls them,
Ew.
yeah,
That's funny.
Diarrhea Pocket.
Oh my gosh.
Because they'll hurt you. But same as Diarrhea Taco Bell.
You just accepted those cookies with no regret.
I accept all the cookies.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, what's your hotel, Sydney?
I don't know. I think maybe it would be based around my favorite books. So every room, and I would call it the library. The hotel
That's
would be
really
called the
cute.
library. And like you check in at the library station and she'll give you like a book, and the book card
Mm-hmm.
would be
Aw,
your room number.
That's cool.
And you just put the book up to the screen or the door and it'll unlock it. Anyways, and so yeah, that would be it. And then every room is based off a book that I love.
That's really cute. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And there'll be a cereal bar. I don't know why that's important. I've always wanted to have, if I got a restaurant, it would be breakfast. If I ever had a
I
restaurant.
love breakfast
Mm.
food.
And it would have a cereal bar like wall, and you would just go, no, is that a hotel? Is there a library hotel? What is
Should
it
we
called?
stay there?
No, I would go there. Is it in New York or something? I need more information. Scroll all the way down.
Location.
I can't see all that information. I've always
Yeah.
imagined the paradise will be a kind of library.
Yeah, I mean, I only saw one book in any of these pictures.
Uh-huh.
It's in Manhattan.
Mine, Manhattan, Kansas.
I wish.
Mine would be a different kind of cereal.
Killer.
Yeah,
that
it
is.
would be really, for me, it would be really cool to stay in like a serial killer themed hotel.
Mm.
Do you want the Jeffrey Dahmer room? Here you go.
There's a fridge.
H.H. Holmes. What about him?
People
Oh,
think
yeah.
that the Jack the Ripper, people think that H.H. Holmes was him.
Yeah, it's not him.
Do you have statistics? Were you there?
I
Yeah.
wasn't there. In my Bible study, we always say we weren't there, and we put our hands up because we weren't there in the Bible, so we don't really know what happened. We can study the principles.
Oh.
It's late. Talking about my Bible study.
Because
Well,
you're playing guitar.
we had to install things in my car, so.
You're not to blame
And I-
for starting late.
And I did eat dinner
These two dinguses pulled out the guitar
and sang
and we
for
sat
like
here and
45
sang
minutes.
for like 45 minutes.
I thought it was a really good time. It was bonding.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Insert clip here.
I do have a clip.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, one last thing. If you were giving 1,000, Lord have mercy. You want to read
Words.
this? Last one.
If you were given 1,000 acres of land, what would you do with it?
I would build a commune.
With a Kool-Aid bucket.
No, so my whole entire family, we always talk about how if we all had money and a bunch of land, we would all have a community center in the middle for all of us, but we would all have our own houses per family.
That's cool.
That way we could all be close, have a like community space where we could all do our family game nights and everything, but still have our own personal places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That sounds like Penny Reed.
So yeah, probably
Nice.
do that
That'd be cool. I'm selfish.
and have animals.
I would, yeah.
I want horses.
Trees everywhere.
Me too. I love
My
that.
dream house would be a house in the middle and then trees like all the way around it. So you have to have a driveway up through the trees, like winding, twisting. And
I like it.
yeah, lots of trees
A
and
little scary.
animals. No.
At night. Come on.
No.
Come
The
on.
Yodis.
Bigfoot is on my side, man.
Oh.
We're friends.
Never mind. I saw a video and this person had this, immaculate, huge lens. And one of the people, it cut to him and he was like, if we don't have a clear shot of Bigfoot with this kind of lens available, then he ain't there. Because it was like huge. And it caught a bear from several hundreds of miles away. Clear as day. And they was like, man,
They
if
said
Bigfoot
that,
is out there and we ain't using this camera to find him, what are we doing?
They said that the guy who was like searching for Bigfoot was going bankrupt, and so he like just faked it. And he was like, "Look," and then he started getting all his money and stuff.
He's an interdimensional.
Yeah.
So wait, come say that on the mic.
He
Come on, interdimensional. Well, come say it on the mic.
he said that Bigfoot is an interdimensional being.
Oh, did you write that on there? Oh,
I just think that there's so many places that have been unseen, unsearched, everywhere. So how
That's
can we
true.
say something denied? That's the government's like, nope.
you hear the government's hiding those aliens? You see the aliens that got found in Mexico? Yeah, I know there's aliens out there. I
If
know
the
for
government's
sure.
telling us there's aliens in Mexico, they're probably actually in Canada.
And that's the rub.
I also heard that that's where Hitler is.
He did.
Hitler's
Nah,
dead.
He
not from
better
the
be.
documentary I watched.
How old would he be though? How old would Hitler be if he was still alive? Real
That was
freaking old.
the.
We got way off topic.
Yeah, now we're in history. Whoa, this is not a history podcast.
I'm not even good at history.
He
So
be
he was-
fitting.
Yeah,
Oh, he dead.
he would have been
He gone.
dead.
I have a question. We don't have to really
Yes.
answer this, but they were like, if you could, if you met baby Hitler, would you let him live, or would he disappear?
If I met Hitler,
Right,
it would
would you
probably be the
unalive him?
butterfly effect, and then the whole world would change.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the thing.
No,
If you change one thing in history, if I went back and I told Hitler's mom, your son is going to be terrible, then she probably would, it would just be like, that's, it's called The Butterfly Effect.
that movie is, The Butterfly Effect is so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's a good movie. Okay. What would I do with my 1,000 acres and a mule? Isn't that a thing?
Yes, it is.
What is it?
Country to country? Yes, it is.
There you go. I've always had this dream that I would, it is a quote. See? Get into it. 40 acres. Dang, I just added a lot of acres to
I was going to say, that one mule is going to be pretty tired.
So sorry, I'm going to have to get a...
Yeah, work him to death.
every 10 acres, I get another mule. But I think that... Oh, here's the dream I have. That I would buy a house or build a house somewhere random in the country. And it would just be a place that me and my husband knew about. And then we would put it in our will. And our children would get willed it once we passed
really
away.
Cool.
And so it would be a house, and we would fill it with memories of everything that we.
So you wouldn't live in it ever?
No, we would just go out and, like, if we went on vacation, we would just go there, and it would be a place that we mutually loved and could like be there for like a week or two, and then we would just fill it up with our family memories, and then when we willed it to our kids, it would be like one of our last things that we offered them.
You're so sentimental. I'm like, I want a tree in the middle of a forest where no one can find me.
But I feel like I would also do what Zoe would do, like just have a place for my family to like go and retreat, and then maybe put a nonprofit out there for like a women's shelter or something like that. That's a lot of land. 1,000 acres is a lot of land.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could make a whole city. Mm-hmm. This is Sydney town. Sydneyville. Sidville. Population 1. Come join.
That's so funny.
So anyways, are we done, guys? We've talked for almost an hour.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us every single week. We love you. We appreciate that you guys listen to our couch conversations, which might get a new name. We don't know. We're shopping for some new names. So if you have an idea, let us know. Again, if you haven't followed us on any of our platforms, if this is your first time listening, we are on Instagram at Lovers Library Pod and also Lovers Library Book Club. If you want to join our virtual book club, we have a Facebook group called the Lovers Library Book Club, and you can join that. We are very accepting, so we'll accept you, except for the African prince that tried to scam us out of some money.
I said, no, thank you.
Yeah, so we won't. I mean, you got to be real. You got to be a person. We don't have one of those tests, just like pick out all the bikes. But, we don't even do a background check. We just hope you're real. And yeah, I think that's all the announcements I have. Is that it? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you, and we'll hear from you. You'll hear from us. What is it? What do I say? It's so late. What do I say to end the podcast? We'll see you next time.
We'll talk to you guys later.
What do I say, Adam?
Oh, wait. No,
Thanks for
that's
listening.
Bailey Sarian. Happily ever after.
Bye.
That was so confusing.